Welcome to the staff room, a place filled with the distinctive sour milk fragrance of colleagues who have less than adequate personal hygiene.
A room somehow sporting tea stains on the once white tiles of the suspended ceiling.
A place for loose talk, rusty forks, and a first aid kit with nothing inside. I'm your store manager, Rob.
And I'm not sure I'm even here because I was sacked this week for checking that Lego does present a choking hazard.
I did it.
Yeah, Tina from Produce. Hope you make a speedy recovery. And this week, our checkout staff, the feckless layabouts are Josh.
Hello.
Tom.
Hello.
And some guy nervously waiting for an interview, Nathan.
Hello.
So this week we're joined by Nathan, a local author. You've self-published a few books.
Yeah, I have, mate. I'm just writing the third one at the minute. So I've self-published 2 in the Granville Series, and the third one should be out later this year. I've just had some good news, actually, the last couple of weeks. The second one's just been shortlisted for Lancashire Book of the Year.
Go on, mate.
Fantastic.
The first one was actually shortlisted as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which I was the first ever self-published author to be shortlisted.
Yeah, hats off to you for taking the self-publication route. Yeah, I know it's not as easy at times, but well done for doing it.
Well, it was more probably a self-diagnosed lack of options. I was convinced that nobody would want to pick me up because I was just this kid from Blackpool who'd written a book, didn't even know whether it'd be any good or not, and then self-published so that I could get my mum a copy. Yeah. So,
Fair play.
and then people started buying it, and then it was entered into Lancashire Book of the Year, and I made the shortlist, which was pretty unbelievable, really, at the time, given my lack of experience as a writer.
Was that the first time you'd wrote something as well? Or?
Anything substantial, yeah.
How old were you then?
Yeah, so it was 2000. So I released it in 2017.
Yeah,
no, 2018. Sorry,
yeah.
I wrote it 2017. Released 2018. Nice. So yeah, and it's such a fantastic award. Philip Pullman actually won the very first one in 1987. Nice. And there's a long list of books.
So you did the Spyglass or the Amber Glass, or am I thinking of someone else?
He did Northern Lights. Yeah, I can't remember what.
I think it's the. I think I'm on the right series.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a fantasy series.
Yeah.
Northern Lights.
And yeah, so it's been running 34 years, and the events. There's like a long list of books that get entered from all over anyone in the world. A publishing house can submit to Lancashire Book of the Year, and the young people across Lancashire, year 9s, read the books and then vote for their favourite.
Is that how it makes the vote?
So you're getting like a bit of direct feedback from the target audience. It's not just like academics sat somewhere judging your material. It's actually going to the kids.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it was academics, I wouldn't have got anywhere near the fucking shortlist. Because there's spelling mistakes in there and everything now. There's a couple still dotted about. But
so when do you find out then?
September, yeah.
Oh, my lad's going into year 9 in September, so it'll just be too early. Can't get him to read a book anyway. Terrible.
Well, I'll get you a couple of copies of mine because so many of the young lads who read the books read them because it's a set based somewhere very similar to Blackpool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of adversity in there. There's drugs, crime. You
could just take a leaf out of Kanye's book and just write your own history and don't read books.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a firm
believer in non-reader of books.
Non-reader of books.
But yeah, so you might find them. There's something in there from.
I've desperately tried to get him to read all the time because I know how important it is. Yeah. Anything that I've done with myself has just been because I read books when I was younger. So it just
it's a brilliant habit to form.
Yeah,
it's hard to form if you don't have that habit.
Yeah.
I used to read a lot, but I find it hard now actually physically to read a book rather than listen to on audio. I always listen to Audible stuff. And fantastic. But I just really struggle to sit down and put the attention on something I read a paragraph and it just goes out my head and have to reread.
Do you think you'll get an electronic version then for Al's benefit?
Yeah, you do. If you do a spoken version,
it's certainly a lot of people who feel the same. That they find it easy to listen to.
It's just quite expensive.
Is it
to get it done?
Yeah.
You need the right gear. And I'm looking around.
We'll do it for you.
It's a proper shady place. So I reckon we've got some characters here that are well made.
We'll turn it into like a radio miniseries or something. Yeah.
Well, this was one of the other ideas.
Forget the Archers.
For all
I was going to say the Blackpool Archers. It's more, you could just call it Archers and Lemonade.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I've not got the audio version of it, but obviously.
Can you just submit stuff to Audible yourself if you record it and go, can you release that for us? Do they have to audit it and make sure they've got it up to spec?
So I'm not 100% sure about the ins and outs of Audible, but mine's through Amazon actually, which.
The self-publishing.
Yeah, which Amazon. I did a few years ago for the first one when Amazon was still all right until everyone basically it's an absolute shit show now, isn't it? Of morals and ethics. So once I've released the third one, I'm out of there. I don't want to, but I'm a bit stuck now. But it was a lack of options.
You've got to run with it, mate, and you're doing well by self-publicising it anyway. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to run with that, well. Yeah.
But you can just submit anything. No one vets it for. Right, I mean, obviously, if there's really it's scanned, but it's that's why it's so important to get it edited and all that properly. But so it's on Kindle Unlimited and paperback. We just haven't got.
You don't get spelling mistakes on audio as well, you know.
And that's it.
I'd tell you what, though.
Although I say my th as an F, so my dad would be having a fit if he listened to me.
Or a fit.
I'd be like, chapter 3.
Well, it just fits in with the sets the scene, doesn't it?
Yeah, local dialect.
People understand that.
My missus has one of those Kindles, and I don't know if, obviously, she was reading, I believe it or not, the Harry Potter series, and the amount of spelling mistakes in it, and all I can think is, because I've read a couple of books on it, is that it's just a lot of the Kindle stuff is computer generated because the spelling mistakes in it are just unbelievable. And I know obviously stuff goes out with a few spelling mistakes, but like on Kindle, it just seems to be a really high amount. Do you know what I mean? And especially with something like Harry Potter, you think how many times has that been proofread? Do you know what I mean? So it just made me think like.
Well, my second book got proofread about 10 times by different people, and nobody pointed out to me that one of the characters was actually a half sister and not a stepsister. So it went out as a stepsister, and I had about 5 people emailing me saying, loved your book, just thought I'd point out. Sorry, I didn't want to be that person.
Well, you are.
You are. Yeah, thanks. So anyway, I've sorted it out since. So
I'm not racist, but
I'm not a nitpicker, but there's this tiny little part in your book where you mention this, and
I thought you need to know about it.
Can you change it?
So where did your influences for the book just come from living in Blackpool then, did it?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in utilising your lived experience, really, like what you see, feel,
write about what you know.
I mean, even if that's, try and talk to kids about that. Even if they like the idea of writing fantasy or whatever, otherworldly type stuff, still use your lived experience, because if your character's got 2 heads but they're going through something that's quite traumatic, then you can still use your lived experience and what that feels like and all that sort of stuff. So it brings authenticity. So there's a lot of influence from the town, my own experiences. But then, like being a youth worker in Blackpool, obviously I've seen thousands and thousands of different stories, and you just kind of pick up little bits and pieces as you go. But songs,
unconsciously,
news,
writing stuff in.
Yeah, there's just stuff, all around us, isn't it? All the time. It could be big things like in the first book, the relationship between the main character and his brother is based quite strongly on the relationship with me and my brother. Like, I'm not the main character, and the guy called Derek isn't my brother, but the relationship that they've got is that very, very similar to the one that I've got with me and my brother. So it can be something quite big like that, or it could be something small that you see someone with a weird limp and you think, actually, that would make a really good feature on a character, and just bang that in, Yeah.
I saw a guy in town that was like Blackpool's version of the dude from The Big Lebowski.
Oh, yeah.
And he just had like a dressing gown thing on and shades. He just looked weird. I think I stood outside like Sports Direct.
So weren't Oz,
just looking at him. But the pigeons just knew to go to him, and he wasn't even feeding them. He didn't have anything in his pockets. I thought at some point he must have fed them, but he just looked like Blackpool's the dude.
Just let me get my notebook out.
Yeah, there's a proper character. I put it on Facebook, and people were like, I know who you're talking about. He does this and he does that. I was just like, I just happened to see him one day.
He's not the guy with the sweeping brush, is he?
No.
Who does feed the pigeons. There was a guy in Cleveley's, and he would wash the doorways to all the shops in the morning, and people would buy him a coffee. But he's like a regular. You see him in Blackpool.
You do get the best oddballs in Blackpool.
Do you remember him who used to run backwards?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, everyone talks about him in a good way as well. I remember him; he was great. Running to a shot backwards.
Is that guy still playing the bells?
Oh, yeah,
little dude.
Little guy playing the bells. Yeah.
Where?
Where? He always just been in the centre of town.
He was always usually on the side of Pizza Express.
Just writes itself, doesn't it?
Just
yeah,
writes
itself.
Yeah, you'd have some sheet music and he'd be playing these little bells.
All right. I don't remember him. I remember you, Mr. Wrigley's.
Mr. Wrigley's on
Gaslighters.
Yeah.
I was like, because a lot of people go to like uni or what have you, and then I'm going to Manchester for the opportunities, and I just think you kind of just trying to
brain drain.
You're trying to just go somewhere else to try and make a success. Like maybe the issue was you're just not trying hard enough where you are. Try and make something at home, and I can't ever see myself moving out of Blackpool. Really,
the trick with mentally getting anything in life though is knowing that you've probably already got it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
ooh, that's very deep.
I've actually got a little. I've got a little book.
Oh, hello.
No way, what are you?
Josh is borrowed it for 2 minutes.
That's got to have been
I got one of
planned.
them myself.
That's what.
Thought I heard it before.
Let's see what you think of this, Josh.
Here's one for you. A wife is twice kind on her wedding day and at her funeral.
What an opener.
Do you agree?
Everyone's face then just you can't hit it, but if this was a face, it was like this.
A good buttock finds a bench for itself.
What's the book called?
It's called The Languid Goat is Always Thin.
The
languid.
What's
As in, like it, the more you know, the thinner you'll be, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah.
Fat idiots. The languid goat. I'm assuming languid language.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goat that can talk is going to be thin.
I want to see a liquid.
And a millionaire.
This was the original. With patience and saliva, the ant swallows the elephant. Right, yeah. It's got some stuff in here that don't really understand that. But
Let's have a look.
yeah, I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, mate.
I agree with you on the Blackpool thing. Really
It's
big on staying and try and make it better here.
Yeah.
We've got everything on our
We've
doorstep.
got everything. And more.
Get slated all the time.
I know.
There's so much. I used to work on the taxis, and I had a lad one day, and he got in. We was with his missus and his missus' parents, and he got in and he just went, "No, it's a shithole, innit?" And I went, "Where are you from, mate?" And he went, "Lee." And I went, "It's a shithole, innit?" And he went, "Oh, have you ever been?" I said, "No, but I've got no reason to ever go there, mate. I mean, you're here. It's not it's not like I need to go to Lee. I'll probably die having never visited Lee, but I know it's just a shithole as well." "Yeah, well, I've seen a guy jumping on top of a car, blah, blah." And I said, "Do you know where he was from, mate?" "Lee."
Oh, they're called all them young farmer knobheads, aren't they?
His mother and father-in-law were just like, "You've been nailed to the wall there, mate. Just give it up. Give it up."
No, it's brilliant. We've got such a strong subculture with all the different, societal issues that we experience in Blackpool. But in the heart of it, I think you've generally got very sociable and I think on some level kind people.
I think in general Blackpool people tend to still have that sense of humour.
Yeah,
that's
you've got to laugh.
That robust. You've got to laugh. Otherwise, you just cry.
It's DNA.
You grow up around the lights, don't you? Every year the lights get switched on and everything's fabulous. You start drinking at 12.
Yeah. Well, I think they really should try to revive the Blackpool sort of comedy scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think they might be. I think there's a new museum's coming, which is museum based around the history of entertainment in Blackpool, and
they've got that new place going up on Bonny Street, haven't they? Is that going to have?
Is that the redevelopment? 350 million quid redevelopment.
Yeah, well, I thought they were going to do some flying cinema or something, but I think they should do like a place for good gigs and stuff.
I can't remember. It was a comedian. I don't know if it was like Jason Manford or something. Said, "Let's just invest in the pier and let's just get back on the pier and start doing some gigs there."
He can go on the pier and keep walking.
I mean, we're looking at.
I'm only joking. I found him all right.
If you're listening, Jason, we find you all right. Please come back.
I was once watching one of his things, and he said that when he was a kid, his dad, if he was ever being naughty, used to go on the phone and go like, hello, is that the policeman? And he'd instantly start behaving. And then anyway, 20 years later, he's got kids and his dad's looking after his kids and he's just got a phone call off his dad. And his dad's just gone, hello, is that the policeman? And he's just like, for 20 years you had me, Dad, you bloody bastard.
Oh, fantastic. Where's that thing, Rob? Have you got it?
So, the staff room table.
What's on the staff room table today?
You're always going to find a random magazine, aren't you, on the staff room table?
Yeah, well, you got to be careful with them, though.
Woman's Weekly.
Yeah.
Well, I've got chat. It's Fate,
It's fate.
which is
It's a factual magazine.
tarot guides, horoscopes, water magic, featuring things such as abducted by a tree. Kid you not, abducted by a tree. We've got
What's the main headline there?
an evil spirit couldn't kill me, so it took someone else instead. Dinosaurs watch over my boy.
Oh my God.
That took it.
That's like the Blackpool Liberator.
Yeah, so I spotted it on the internet. I thought, this looks
Sorry,
like
where were you looking on the internet? To
That's
find
worth
that?
$7.99.
Cannot remember.
Did you get a little like pencil and rubber with it, or
No,
Yeah, rubber
nothing
just
like
to rub
that.
out all the crap.
You don't, yeah, you don't,
I've just got a big thing on the front then when Rob was holding it, I could see the outside. It just said water magic.
It's just one of those magazines that women love. It's basically just a series of miserable events. They get off on it. It's like murderers and stuff like that, isn't it? It tends to be women who are into mass murderers and stuff.
Do you know,
what I
to
mean?
be
I
fair,
don't understand it.
My missus into that
the
serial
bad boy
killer.
look.
Yeah, it's not mine.
The ultimate bad
It's
boy.
the bad boy
Yeah.
look, yeah.
just upset. Are we just upsetting women now?
No, there's nothing wrong with
Well,
like
no,
that.
No, listen, they like it.
It's weird to me.
Got Roy DeLune here. Let's dream talk, psychic advice. So Roy DeLune looks like
Is that Claire's brother?
Roy DeLune.
Claire DeLune? No, okay.
no, I've made that.
baby stuff?
Nailed it. Dear Roy, I had this really weird dream that I owned a pet frog and a bird. I accidentally gave them aspirin instead of their normal food, and they turned into toys. I was so upset that I'd killed them, and really sad when I woke up from.
Rob in Blackpool.
I had a dream last night that somebody needed me to find some blank white stickers. And I could not find them for about 30 minutes. And in the end, I gave up. I woke up, I had to watch something on YouTube. I couldn't stop thinking about where these stickers were. I'm like, they don't even exist. What? I couldn't find these stickers.
Do you think if you were feeling down, you could write magazine articles in
Yeah.
and put your age 2 years lower?
I could write one of
On
these.
every one.
Out of my tree. So here we go.
Wrote in by Bez.
I was down and out until a dream helped me turn my life around. Ed Thompson, 50, from Birmingham.
Is that it? That's the whole article.
Trees can heal us. I think I saw something with Michaela Strachan the other day saying that actually it is good to
Do you know
hug
what?
trees.
Do they have trees in Birmingham?
I pulled up a video of the Palace nightclub from back in the 80s, I think it was, with Pete Waterman and Michaela Strachan was on it. It was The Hitman and Her, was it? Something like that. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that's that.
Is that? There's got to be some. There's got to pass it. Here.
Yeah, let's have a look at
more.
let's read the horoscopes out. Let's do our horoscopes.
Let's not.
Yeah.
Don't want to find out anything nasty, Tom.
Yeah.
Not on Saturday. Can we leave it till Monday?
Tuesday's bank holiday.
Yeah.
It's your mum. Your rent is due.
Yeah, I should have had a look through it first, really.
Probably should have done.
do you know
really.
Al, famous fast reader.
All the gold was on the front page.
Sally Morgan's on the back.
It's basically just a load of bollocks, isn't it? The whole
Yeah.
thing is just full of
What's the
bollocks.
mystery of the month?
Mystery of the month.
Yeah,
What's that?
that one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mystery of the Month.
I've got to get to my mic properly. Yeah. Does possession of the Hope Diamond really spell certain death for its owners?
Oh, well, you know, hot contentious issues.
It's similar to the thing on American Dad where they got that golden poo, isn't it?
Is it just like the Elite's death marker when you can't use the black spot?
Oh my God! Have you seen the guy who's out of his tree? Boom.
Well, he is out of it there, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
not,
he's not in it.
he's not lying. Do you know what I mean?
Trees can heal us.
Just at home with his feet up.
Just stood next to him.
Imagine having an article written about you because you just hug trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made it. I made it, Ma.
Yeah.
I made it.
My crowning achievement.
He's not the first.
Sounds
That's
like
what Swampy. He made a
Swamp-
living
Oh, what happened to
Swampy.
Swampy? Did he get run over
Swampy.
by a
Huh?
bloody
underneath
truck or something?
the idea behind HS2.
That's why I should have the music.
I know,
Ron
yeah.
tenterhooks here. Alan.
I can do the music,
No, you just fell in. I'll see if I can find something.
including Claire de Lune.
Yeah.
Who was Claire de Lune?
As soon as you hear it, you'll know it. It's a very famous piece of
You
music.
say that.
I thought she made baby stuff.
Come on, you must recognise this.
You're thinking of Johnson & Johnson.
Fucking hell, not him again.
Yeah.
It's using a lot of
It's music to put babies to
Debussy.
sleep.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
All right.
Let the wrong
Cheers,
one.
Josh.
Let the wrong one in.
Yeah.
What are spirit attachments and how we can avoid them?
There's a lot of spirit.
There's a
stuff
lot
going
of
on in-
ghostly things going on.
Types
isn't
of
there?
entities.
Psychic magazine.
So
That's what all the
Give us some types of
Petrolengos read.
entities, Al.
we are all.
What?
Is this
Petrolengos.
Petrolengos.
Yeah, they're like a famous family that do all the
Yeah,
psychic
they-
reading on the
Oh, really?
promenades.
yeah,
or-
they do the crystal balls and that.
Gypsy Petrolengo.
Oh, yeah.
It
sorry,
says
I
here
think I
it's
know what you mean.
edited by Derek Acora. So
Yeah, from beyond the grave.
Yeah, it says. So the start of it goes.
Written on the back of a spoon.
We're all affected by energy, positive and negative. It can come from the world around us, through the messages we receive from social media or advertising, for example, or it can come from
Or
within.
Al. Or it comes from Al.
Types of entities: earthbound spirits, demons, incubus, succubus, tulpas, and curse.
Toolpass.
Tulkas.
Tulkas.
Tulpas. Sorry, tulpas.
Tulpas.
These are
Sounds like.
these are thought forms so powerful and persistent that they've taken on a physical presence. So Kanye again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did once read something about that they think there's these masters of these entities that have taken form within the mind due to basically what he said there.
Yeah,
And then I stopped reading it because I was like, I don't believe that. If you do, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll dig it. I believe you believe it. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's it. That's enough this day and age, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You believe it, right? I'm on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do I sign up?
I think they've got-
Amazon, $1.99.
No, if you're going to spend $1.99 on Amazon, go on Kindle.
How much is the book?
So on Kindle it's $1.49 and paperbacks are $6.99 and $7.99.
That's brilliant, mate, because especially self-publishing, you could just go and throw it at $19.99 and you're not doing, do you know what I mean?
Well, sometimes
Do
you,
know what I
you
mean?
get the Kindles more expensive than the actual paperback. You think, what's going on here?
Yeah, I've got some hardbacks and they're just releasing them. And especially we've been doing this uni thing, like academic texts. Have you ever seen how expensive they are?
Ridiculous.
So like the British Criminological Journal every year, you're talking like 180 quid. It's just ridiculous.
Just pricing regular folk out, aren't you?
Exactly,
Well, it's purposefully
exactly.
done, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
You know
exactly.
that,
Yeah. Absolutely. That's the end game, isn't
You
it?
fucking hell, you'd want it to cook your tea, wouldn't you, if you bought that up here?
I know, yeah. Are we...
So where can people find out about you and what you're up to then?
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I don't really post
Do you know
on
what
Twitter.
your handles are?
Yeah,
for that?
so at Parker_book is my Instagram, and then just search Parker Book on Facebook. So post loads of my poetry, updates about the books, different events that are coming up, that sort of stuff, different schools that I'm visiting. Yeah, and occasionally pictures of my kids.
Just
Well,
now and
I've done
again
it.
for a bit of filler.
Just
Yeah.
just to
Keep
prove
it
that I'm
going.
real.
Yeah.
Just
when the missus tells you.
Yeah. I've not forgot where I've come from. Yeah.
Right, shall we get on...
Well, we have to finish this off somehow.
Is it time to clock on? Is it shift starting?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you have to do something like that.
I'm on till 2 today.
You're on till 2?
Yeah, I'm on till 2.
Bad guy.
Jesus.
until 2 o'clock or until 2?
I'm on till 2 till 2.
Ah,
Yeah?
there we go.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
So, are we finishing it then?
Well, I don't know.
Well, the store manager's going to have to...
We've got
I know.
25 minutes there, so
It's not bad, is it?
Store manager's got
Plus,
to
we
whip
did
us
a
into
bit
shape.
before.
It'd
as
be
well.
20 minutes once we've chopped out all Josh's bits. I mean, all the psychics might already know what's going on.
Yeah, they've read it.
I think we've probably tapped
They
into...
might already have listened.
Might be listening now.
You know, yeah.
Derek Acora just on the stairs, yeah.
I'm fucking... I'm fucking feeling... Been possessed thousands of times and every fucking ghost has a Scouse accent.
His mate Sam in the sky. What's that, Sam?
Oh shit, yeah, I'm most haunted. So when he come to the pleasure beach, that woman was like, so we've got a really scary ride here. We're going to go through the Blackpool ghost train, actually known to be haunted. And he's I'm just like,
Stinks of shed here, lads. You got to grow on round the back.
You ever seen what the staff do at the Pleasure Beach once a year with the foam?
No.
You seen that?
No.
They try and clamp down on it, but there's like one day a year the staff will all sort of like collaborate and they get like loads of washing up liquid and stuff and they chuck them all in the water ride. So
Bang it in
there's like
Valhalla.
foam everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, sounds fun. How are we getting out of this?
You just
Wow,
got-
we're locked in now. It's like one of Derek Acorah's fucking sessions, isn't it?
yeah, so I mean,
Right, get out.
one of us could just say, is the manager or something. You could say, you're right, or something, I don't know.
I just go, oh, it looks like we need to clock on now.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
you lot.
Yeah, I think I need you all on shop floor.
Ooh.
How's that?
Time to clock
Yeah,
on.
something
So
like
try and
that.
make it sound more northern.
I've got to fill all the
Hey,
crisps
you.
up.
Need you all on
We could,
shop
we
floor.
could just
paying you £3 an
have
hour.
like a bell ring or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
I'm
we
not
do,
paying you.
I need a shit. Can I have that chat?
To wipe your arse, I'm assuming. Not to read, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it says I've finished now. Right, so what we're saying?
You just go, right, well, that I think we're going to have to hit the shop floor
Time
now.
to get back on shift.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's-
right, let's have a go at that. Right, guys, looks like it's time to get back on shift.
Over too soon.
It always is.
No.
it's the fastest 20 minutes of the day.
What's a guy?
It always is. Back to work then.
Al still looks buzzed by the coffee machine, doesn't he?
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
not left it.
Yeah.
Yeah, powered by Nescafe. Right, so there we go. That's the first
The first ever staff room.
ever staff room wrapped up. It was quite fun. I enjoyed that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but, thanks to our special guest Nathan this week.
Thanks for having me.
did you plug everything that you needed to plug?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few gigs coming up in the summer. A couple
Yeah.
at Bootleg and a couple
Excellent.
in Manchester. So, yeah, but I've got social medias out there, innit?
Yeah.
So that everyone can get updates through
Well,
there.
we'll do our best to get along. We love a bit of bootleg.
Yeah.
So-
So,
Yeah.
the where it's at now with Ozzy and Ed Marn and they've got Chris Massey coming over from Manchester. They've got me going on doing a bit early on in the night. It's on the 3rd of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to
Excellent.
that. Yeah,
Well, when you
we'll
get to Bootleg, they're putting some new front doors on there at the moment. Don't forget to check out the ironmongery they've got going on because we're supplying that down at www.topgun.co.uk.
Is that where the lads go?
Chris told you
Is
to
that
do
where the lads
that.
go?
Has Chris asked you to put that
no,
in?
No, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Someone walked into there and was like doing the doors at Bootleg, and I was like, all right, I'll give you a shout.
Brilliant. Mates down at Bootleg.
Fantastic.
Pay rise for Tommy.
Yes.
Giving out 50 quid for me tattoo.
Also
know.
free drinks for the boys at Bootleg.
Supporting a local band as well on the 24th of July at Bootleg. They're called All Right.
yeah,
Are they any good?
Yeah.
Are they all right?
Yeah.
No, they're all right.
I know them all. Good lads. Yeah,
Do
Joe
you?
Darnell, Josh Hagan,
Yeah.
Joe Thingy, and Matt Bunnage.
Oh, yeah, I know
went to
them.
school
Yeah,
with a
Joe
couple of them.
Thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Joe,
think he's
yeah.
doing
Oh,
all
Joe,
right.
Joe's
isn't he?
second name. I did music at college.
Yeah, I
with
don't
him.
know his first name.
Well, I'm pals with Joe's older brother, Jake.
Jake Thingy.
Yeah, no, well, they used to come
Jake,
and watch us back
whatchamacallit,
in the day, yeah.
So anyway, they've sold out Bootleg
That's a shame.
in like a couple of days, and it turns out it's the third fastest selling gig at Bootleg behind the Wombats
Nice.
and the Slow Readers
Sick,
Club.
nice.
So,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That was before they put my name on the poster, and
Yeah,
now
yeah,
people have asked for the fucking money back.
Excellent. Yeah, love a bit of bootleg. Right, let's clock on then. For now, it's a thanks for listening. It's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Al.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Tom.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Josh.
See you later.
And it's goodbye from our special guest, Nathan Parker.
See you later.
Cheers.
Peace.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.